Hi, I'm Claudia Brown Coulter with Pivotal Peace. I am the go-to mediator for navigating divorce while parenting children with special needs, and I'm also a legal document assistant, LDA, based in the greater Los Angeles area. So this is Start Your Divorce Thursdays. We talk about step one, but sometimes we also talk about the whole thing in general, so you can have a bigger picture, a better idea of what to expect. So this is avoiding common mistakes. So filing for divorce without an attorney. It actually isn't that scary. You're going to be okay. You got me. I'm going to help you. So let's talk about steps of your divorce. You're going to complete the petition and the summons. If you're in Los Angeles, there's a local form. If you have children, there's a FL 105, the UCCJEA, to make sure that the court has jurisdiction. I know I'm just rattling stuff off. It's okay. I help you. Complete that. Get that filed with the court. Get your case number back. Get your spouse served. Remember, you can't serve your spouse. You are a party to the case. You can't serve them. Don't have your adult children serve them either. That's not cool. Have somebody serve your spouse. Get them served. Complete your financial disclosures. Your spouse completes their financial disclosures. Prior to that, if they want to file a response, or even after that, they could file a response. Then you want to work together to reach an agreement. You want to write your agreements down, fill out the appropriate paperwork, and get it to the court for the judge to be like, stamp, your divorce. So what are some common mistakes that happen? The forms are incomplete. They forget to check off something. Everybody does that, actually. You forget to check off something, or you use the wrong form, or you answer something incorrectly, or maybe you're filling out the FL 141 and you fill out all the sections. But it's just your preliminary disclosures and you didn't fill out just the one section that needs to be filled out. So things are incomplete, incorrect. Another thing is that there could be a deadline. You may miss a deadline. In some counties, too, the court schedules status conference updates, and they notify you of that, but if you don't pay attention to it, you're going to miss it. You don't want to miss that. They will reschedule it. You don't want to miss that? No. Sometimes people ignore financial disclosures and think they can get away without it. I actually had someone say to me, well, actually, we don't have to do all four. We just need to file this one. Okay, but you are swearing under the penalty of perjury that you did these other three, excuse me. You're saying that you did all of these forms. So you're telling me you want to commit fraud? Woosah. Sometimes people overlook legal requirements, like make sure you're a resident. They just make sure this is something you can actually do in a divorce. Like, I get all the assets and you get all the debts. I don't know if that's going to fly. There's timelines, there's legal requirements to make sure you have standing. All of these things are just like, we don't want, a legal requirement is that the court maintains jurisdiction over child support, but you've decided, no, we're just going to go for zero and we're just going to leave it like that. We're waiving child support. You can't do that. We're not going to provide a calculation or any of our income for child support. They're going to kick your judgment back to you. The other thing is a lack of documentation. Everything you file with the court, keep a copy of. Sometimes the court loses things, but other times, more likely, you've missed a step. There's a little nuance that you didn't do. And so it's missing, and the court can't process your divorce. So, for example, Santa Clara County can be really a challenging county to file in. And they're really slow, like 6, 7, 8 months slow. You've finished all your divorce paperwork, and it might take 8 additional months from when you sent your paperwork in just for the court to review it and reject it. Yay! If you don't have documentation and you've done this on your own and now you're like, they keep rejecting our judgment, we need support, we need help, but you don't have your documents, it's going to take months just to get the court form, the copy of your filed forms from the court, because that particular court is so slow. So you want to keep a copy of everything you've done. The court has a copy, you need to keep a copy. So if you have somebody else coming in to help you, you can show them everything you've done. They can look at it at a glance and go, oh, well, you missed this form. That's why they keep rejecting it. Because here's the thing about the courts, the clerk, they'll find the first error and send it back. They don't finish checking. They don't finish checking it. They're just kind of like, oh, error one, kick it back. And then you fix the error. And then they're like, oh, we found a couple more errors, kick it back. You don't want that to happen to you. So have somebody really look at that and see what you're missing. Because maybe the clerk kicked it back, but they didn't see all the mistakes yet, but the person reviewing it can see the mistakes and help you fix them. So how do you do this? How do you go about this? Obviously, you can use a legal document assistant like myself to help you complete the steps, to help you not mess up things. And even though errors get made, I think, you guys might remember me telling you about the guy who spelled his kid's name wrong. And his spouse was so mad. They can be fixed. You can refile. You can amend things. You could take a rejected judgment and fix it and resubmit it, okay? Go to your local court self-help center, the self-help desk. Whatever court you're filing in, go to that desk and ask them for help. Now, if you have a retained attorney, here's the thing you need to know about the self-help desk. They ain't going to help you. They can see your court docket and see, oh, there's an attorney of record. I can't talk to you. Go talk to your attorney. They can't talk to you. So if you are self-represented, if you're in pro per, you can go talk to them. Working with legal document assistant, working with the mediator, you're self-represented. You can go talk to them and ask questions if you need to. There's also legal aid services that offer free services or low-cost services that can help you. Don't forget Amazon. Go look for some books. Look at your local library. Try to find the most updated version of the books because the court forms change, court rules change, but go get some help. Go read a book. As I've said before, tips to have a smooth divorce process: stay organized. Be prepared for whatever might come your way. You may not anticipate what's going to happen, but the more organized you are, the more prepared you are of, you didn't file this. Oh, wait, yes, I did. Look, I have a copy. It has your court stamp on it. Oh, I'm sorry. We forgot to note that on the docket. We'll fix that right now. Right. Consider using a mediator like myself to help you reach agreements on things that you are a little entrenched upon, that you've reached impasse on. Reach out and seek the help of a mediator to help you get past that so that you can be on your merry way and get yourself divorced. Review everything carefully. Look through the forms a couple of times. One of the things that I find helps a lot with any documentation, whether you're writing a paper or an email or doing your divorce forms, review them and let them sit overnight like a good marinade and come back. See if there's any errors. Your eyes are going to be fresh. You're going to see things you didn't see before. Do the same thing with your divorce forms. Ask for help. Ask for help. Sometimes I talk to attorneys and they're like, oh, I'm an attorney. I thought this was going to be so easy, but this is this is so complicated because I don't do family law. If you don't do, the other thing is too, I talk to clients and they're like, oh, I didn't know I was supposed to do this. This is so hard. I've already been through divorce once, but you don't deal with hundreds of divorces a year. You don't do divorce every day. So don't be afraid to get some help by people who do divorce every day, who can help you really get through this process quickly. Ask for help. All right, guys, have a great Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow.